St. John, the 13th chapter. We're going to start at verse 1. Yep.
St. John, chapter 13, verse 1. Now before the feast of the Passover, when Yahushua knew that his hour was come, that he shall depart out of this world unto the Father, having loved his own which were in the world, he loved them unto the end.
Exactly, right? I had to read this part to let you know who it's talking about, right? It's the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, right? Yahushua Mashiach. Read on.
Verse 2. And the supper being ended, the devil, having known, put into the heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, to betray him.
Read on.
Yahushua, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he was come from the Most High and went to the Most High.
Exactly. Remember what this is about, right? The greater you are, the more humbler you become, right? So the greatest man to ever grace the earth was the one you ignorantly called Jesus Christ, Yahushua Mashiach, the greatest man to ever touch the earth, right? So this is what I'm getting at, to show you what that precept we just read. The greater you are, the more humbler you should be. Right? Jump to verse 12, Bob.
Verse 12 reads, so after he had washed their feet.
So he washed his disciples' feet. Imagine that. Read on.
And had taken his garments and was set down again. He said unto them, know ye what I have done to you?
Right. Don't you know what I just done to you? Do you understand what I'm doing? That's what he's saying. Do you understand what I'm doing? Right, read on.
Ye call me Master and Lord, and ye say, well, for so I am.
Right, he said, y'all call me Master and Lord. And he said, yes, I agree. I am. Right, read on.
If then your Lord and Master have washed your feet, ye also ought to wash one another's feet.
Right, you also ought to wash one another's feet. You see that? That keeps things humble. Nobody will be propped up over another one. It kills the pride. It kills the ego tripping. You understand? Remember, they were just wondering, we just read it, right? Who will be the greatest in the kingdom? They want to know who's going to be the greatest. You see, and he said, well, you have to humble yourself, man. And he's giving them the prime example. All right, read on up.
For I have given you an example, that ye should do as I have done to you.
Right, he said, I've given you an example to follow. What I've done to you, you're going to have to do the same to others, right? Read on.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, the servant is not greater than the Lord, neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him.
Exactly. You understand? Bottom line, he's saying he's not greater than his father Yahweh, the Most High. Right? The Lord Yahushua, the one ignorantly called Jesus Christ, said he's not greater than his father Yahweh. Right? Read on.
17. If ye know these things, happy are ye if ye do them.
Exactly. Happy are ye if you do them. What? He just gave them an example to follow. Right? To keep things humble. To keep them humble. You understand? Give me Colossians 3 on.
14. And above all these things, put on charity, which is the bond of perfectness. Perfectness.
Right. Put on charity, which is the bond of perfectness. Right? Charity. Because it also tells you, be ye perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. So how are you going to be perfect? Putting on charity. Right? And let's get into charity. Right? And tell you what charity is. All right? Go to 1 Corinthians, the 13th chapter. You're going to show that one. All right? Bring it out.
All right.
This is why charity is important. For perfectness, right? Read on.
1 Corinthians 13, verse 1. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass, or a tinkling cymbal.
Meaning empty. Empty, man. You understand? It's empty. Right? Read on up.
And though I have the gift of prophecy and understanding all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have no charity, I am nothing.
Now take that. Right? You know all the prophecies. Right? You understand all the prophecies. You know all the mysteries. You know all the breakdowns. Right? You got all knowledge. You got all these things. Right? You got all these things going for you, right? And you have faith strong enough to move mountains on top of everything that you got. The knowledge, right? Understanding of the prophecies and the mysteries. You got all that. And you got faith to back it up. And your faith is so strong it can move a mountain. Right? But without charity, all of that comes to naught. All of that is nothing. If you don't have charity, all that reduced to nothing. Right? Read on, huh?
Verse 3. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing.
Exactly. You give all your goods to feed the poor. You're doing all these good acts. Right? You're doing all these wonderful works. But no charity. Right? No charity. It's all in vain. It's all going to come to naught. Right? Read on.
Verse 4. Charity suffereth long.
It's patient. Read on.
And is kind.
Read on.
Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself.
Read on.
It is not puffed up.
Not pride. Right? Have nothing to do with pride whatsoever. You see that? As a matter of fact, the Most High hate a proud look. He can't stand the proud. Right? Read on.
Does not behave itself unseemingly. Seeketh not her own. It is not easily provoked. Thinketh no evil.
Think of that. Now when you're hearing all of this, what did that sound like right there? Read that one more time, huh?
Verse 5. Does not behave unseemingly.
Right.
Seeketh not her own. Is not easily provoked. Thinketh no evil.
Right, read on.
Verse 6. Rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth.
That sounds like fruits of the Spirit to me. Right? That sounds like the fruits of the Spirit to me. You see that? And that's what it's about. When you're talking these things right here, you're talking about your salvation. You understand? You're talking about your salvation. That's what it's about at the end of the day. Salvation. Because the destruction that's coming up on the earth, you don't want to get caught up in it. And if you do get caught up in it, you want to be delivered out of it. Right? So what you want to do to get delivered out of it is what the scripture is telling you. Mercy, compassion, love, forgiveness. All these things matter. Faith. Right? And Paul said what? I'll show you my faith by my works. Right? Read on up.
Verse 7. Beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things.
Read on.
Charity never faileth, but whether there be prophecies, they shall fail.
Exactly. You see that? Prophecies will come to naught. Right? Read on.
Whether there be tongues, they shall cease.
Exactly. You see that? Read on.
Whether there be knowledge, it shall be vanished away.
All that come to an end. You ever seen somebody with Alzheimer's? Right? They could be a genius in their youth, but then what happened when they got Alzheimer's? All that knowledge is at naught. They don't even know themselves. You see that? All that stuff will come to naught. Right? Read on up.
Verse 9. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part.
Right? We don't know everything. Right? We know in part, we prophesy in part. We'll know the fullness when the one they ignorantly called Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai Mashiach returns. Right? Read on.
But when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away.
Exactly. And that is talking about the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. When he returned, that's when what we know in part will all vanish, and we'll know the fullness, right? We'll know the fullness, the whole, right? Read on.
11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
Exactly. When we became men, we put away childish things. So what? The lust of the flesh and all these things, right? Walking in the way of the world, childish, right? When you wake up to the knowledge, the truth of the Bible, you understand it changes your life. And the things you used to do in the world, the childish behavior you used to have, all that changes, right? Now you put on the fruits of the Spirit. You understand? The love, the caring, the compassion for your people. You understand? Because you realize they were in the same mindset you were in before you woke up to the truth. They're in the same mindset you are. But the Most High had mercy, compassion on you. He woke you up. You understand? So that same mercy and compassion he had on us, we have to show it to our brothers and sisters. We have to show it to our people. All right? Read on up.
Verse 12. For now, we see through a glass, darkly.
Exactly. Goes back into know in part and prophesying in part. Right? Read on.
But then, face to face, now I know in part. But then shall I know even also I am known.
Exactly. When the Lord returned, right? When the Lord returned, he clear all that up. Right? Read on up.
And now abideth faith, hope, charity. These three, but the greatest of these is charity.
The greatest of these is charity. And what is charity if you don't know? Charity is love. That's what charity is. Charity is love. You understand? The Lord even tells you, if you love me, keep my commandments at the end of the day. You understand? But what? That's not amongst our people now. Even amongst the circumcision. That's not amongst our people for some reason. That spirit, right, is not amongst us. You understand? But guess what? It's needed for your salvation. It's needed for your salvation, because though you are prophesied, though you know all the breakdowns, right? Though your faith could move mountains, if you have no charity, right? You have no charity, you have nothing. That's all in vain. Everything you got is in vain. All right?
And the salvation, to help you with the salvation, to teach you, we are the men crying out in the chief conqueror to God the seats of the Most High. Please listen and understand, because we are here for you guys. And the second part, because at the end of the day, we're prophesying the downfall of America. We're prophesying the downfall of this world as we know it today. Judgment Day is coming.
That's right.
This is our time to repent.
That's right.
Set our lives aright with the Most High so that we may be saved.
That's
It's
right.
talking to the people of Israel, to make it clear.